What's going on, everybody? It's your boy GemMint. Forgive me, I was a little under the weather and I'm just getting over it now. But we've been reacting to a lot of posts from the community, asking what their favorite omnibus were, what the most overrated, and I wanted to tap into the statue community. But I didn't want to go and pull my group, so I went to one of the biggest Facebook statue groups, Statue Collectors, and I asked them what was the most overhyped statue that this hobby has seen. We got a lot of interactions on there. I haven't read any of these. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what the community thinks are the most overhyped statues. All right, so Dwayne Johnson says Superman Hush, an OG Doom on Throne, which has died down a little on popularity. Man, Superman Hush as overhyped, I got to disagree. I think it meets the hype. It's worth the hype. It's one of my favorite pieces. Now, OG Sideshow Doom on Throne, I could agree with. And yeah, over the years, it hasn't been as sought after or coveted, but I never really saw the appeal to it, although I did get into the hobby after that had already came out. So it could have just been like, by the time I got into it, that had already become obsolete. But I feel like the Doom on Throne was just so small of a piece, I could never get excited about it. Anything Batman or Superman being overhyped? Anything Predator related. Yo, there's such a huge Predator presence in the statue hobby. Seriously, the Predator lines are pretty sick. Yeah, so I can see why they say Predator, but damn, anything Batman and Superman? What do you mean? You don't want 500 statues of Superman standing with his fist clutched? Definitely anything Predator related. Yeah, that's funny, man. Anything Cinemaquette, which I think is a Predator one, right? Like old school 1/3 scale. Unpopular opinion, but I feel like the OG Doom is overrated too. Both the PFs that came after are better. See, another one saying Doom on Throne. Sideshow OG Hulk looks like garbage, worth $5,000. Yeah, the OG Sideshow Hulk, that was never a grail that I wanted to hunt down. I mean, I guess at the time it was the best Hulk, but it's very simple, not a lot going on. The Hush Batman or Superman by Prime 1, they're excellent for sure, but there's many other excellent takes on those characters that those versions aren't notably better than a lot of the alternatives. Any Bowens is crazy. Doc Ock way too overpriced. Didn't you have a Bowen collection before? Still do. Not saying they're not worth the price they go for. It's just crazy fetch for a 1/4, 1/3 scale statues. It amazes me. I'd like to add more Bowens, but priced out, so may sell the rest of them. Bowens is the OG, man. I never got into that. I got into the game with Sideshow, but they're smaller scale, right? What are they? Equivalent to like 1/6 or so? Another one for Sideshow OG Hulk. I'm with you on that, man. Bjorn says doesn't get the hype either. Looks like he picks his nose and he... Oh, man. What do you think about the Mad X version that sells for like 3 times more than the OG Hulk? The Mad X custom Hulk, I think it looks better than the OG Sideshow Premium format. But yeah, I never really got the price point on that either. Same guy, same shit. Corey, what's up, Corey? Says that Hulk is just as bad. I don't think it's worth the 3K, but to each their own. I think it's okay, but the hobby needs grails and certain pieces to get bestowed with the title. Franco's Black Hole Surfer wipes the floor with all of them, in my opinion. Yeah, that's that custom Silver Surfer that's like crazy long. I think it's like 3 feet long. That OG is nasty. Yeah, so this is the custom that they were talking about. Yeah, it's all right. I'm happy with the Legendary Beast one that's coming in. I've been out of the game for a minute, but the Doom on Throne was always overhyped to me. Damn, that's the main one. All right, here goes Charles. Prime 1, Superman Hush, 1/3 scale. I just don't see it. Close second is XM Scorpion. XM Scorpion is a dope piece. I think it's just the fact that it was so limited, and by the time people realized how dope it was hard to get. That one has to be a good argument of living proof of collectors drawn to the dollar value of a piece. Yeah, exactly. More than the piece itself. Scorpion is what? A C-level character at best? Rob says, once it's in your room, you understand. It just pops in a display like none other. The Superman Hush is like one of my best pieces for sure. Charles says his main issue is that the Prime 1 Superman looks more like a villain than a hero. It's not a friendly pose. Superman should inspire, not be intimidating, if that makes any sense. I'm not saying he needs to smile all the time. I'm just saying he should come off more approachable. He looks like he could be working for Darkseid here. Yeah, well, I guess he was kind of under Poison Ivy's influence here. I always liked badass Superman. As a Superman fan, Travis agrees. Maybe the 1/3 Ivy statue as well. Yo, owning both pieces, you gotta have them in person to really appreciate it. They're definitely top tier pieces. Scott says, I've not seen a Superman statue that comes anywhere close to it in terms of looking at it and thinking, that is Superman. All the rest seem to have something slightly wrong about them, in my opinion, so the praise seems justified to me. Yeah, I used to always say that we really didn't have the definitive versions of Superman or Batman in quarter scale, but I think in 1/3 scale, the Hush line, man, I think those are the closest to the definitive versions that we have. Tony says, any custom Marvel statue that sells for over 3K, the Mad X Hulk might be the most overrated for what it sells for. Rob says Mad X for sure. I never liked that Bucktooth MJ custom that's out there. Just my opinion. I know some guys love it, but I don't. Is that Mary Jane? Oh, she looks pretty good, right? Now, I can't unsee the Bucktooth, though. Mike McDonald says all of them. Damn. Hush Superman again. Overhyped. The demand drives the price. Hype factors in, I suppose, but art in any form is subjective. I see famous paintings that go for hundreds of thousands / millions. And personally, I don't get it, but I don't discount those that do. Dan Parker responds, there used to be a time where the bigger of the quantity of a thing being produced, the cheaper it is to manufacture per part, and thus some savings were passed on to the customer. I know it's highly situational, but the whole thing has reversed where makers are concerned, far more collectors than there used to be, so the price goes up. I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like we have less collectors in the hobby than we used to a few years ago. Anything with cloth, if it's not made of pure, fine-grade, unadulterated statue, I don't want to know. Also, Hush Superman with the drain pipe up his butt is trash. Damn, Corey says all the J&D statues. I think J&D statues are super high quality. They're all movie related, so I really just don't care about them whatsoever. Like, I don't collect movie statues. Wow, they instantly lose value like a used car. I think Wonder Woman is the only one that goes for more than retail. I didn't really realize that, man. A lot of people hype up J&D Studios, but again, I'm not a movie statue collector. Sideshow OG Hulk. Corey keep coming back with the Mad X Hulk. I still think this is the best Hulk statue. No way. In quarter scale, maybe? Quarter scale, I could give it to you, but then you're talking about Hulk Transformation by XM is in the mix there. Gladiator Hulks. Hush Superman, I guess I fell for the hype. Does he have two of them? He does have two of them. Both sculpted capes. Oh, and the black suit version. Just a little. I think it's evergreen, right? Not really overhyped, but man, look at the price tag on this. Yeah, this was crazy, man. Oh, I don't want to leave page. This was at, $14,000 Prime 1 Studio Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 6 Dio. No way it was worth that much money. That was insane. Another one for Hush, another one for Doom on Throne. Anything on Throne. Dang. Bison on Throne is amazing, though. That's a custom, I think. On Throne is whack. Give me a dynamic posing. Runner up to on Throne is the Captain Morgan pose, right? The one leg up, one leg down. Another one for Doom on Throne. OG Doom on Throne again, and OG Hulk. I wouldn't buy these if they were $250 each. I feel you. OG Cap, I bought it because it was hyped. I hated it, man. Minus the fabric on cape, I actually like him and the OG Thor. I always liked the OG Thor, and I never got around to picking one up. There's a lot of people that don't like Superman Hush. I guess it's to be expected when it's generally considered the best Superman statue produced. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Another one for Cinemacat Predator. The community is pretty much in agreement, though, on like the three pieces they feel are overhyped, right? Here go the OG haters, OG Hulk, and Doom Rock. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, which is great, but surprised to see a couple Superman Hush on this feed. In my opinion, the best Superman out there, and it's not even close. Doom on Throne is my pick. I just don't see it. XM Magneto on Throne. I don't know about overhyped. It definitely is underscaled. That's no question. It was a great piece, though. I did like it, but just next to other things, man, everything else was just so big compared to it. Sideshow OG Hulk, XM Wolverine, total trash, but I'll do you a solid and take it off your hands for $600. I never got the first XM Wolverine. I was always a fan of it, but never picked it up. There is a specific quarter scale Storm statue that sells for unreal prices, and I find it just to be okay. I think that's the XM one, which we did have as well. Doom on Throne. Wow, we got one for Hulk Transformation. Overhyped. A lot of people did hype it up. It was a cool piece. Superman Hush, honestly. Sideshow Thanos on Throne. Wow. I never met so many jealous people with no taste in my life. Superman Hush without a shadow of a doubt. Good statue, but its merits are widely overstated. Yeah, the irony. The cover page for this group is Superman Hush. I don't think you could truly judge a statue if you haven't seen it in person. I was so anti-Sideshow Thanos on Throne because I thought it was all hype. I ended up getting it for a great deal from a friend and was blown away. I understood the hype then. Yeah, the details on the chair were amazing. And at the time, you had Doom on Throne was their other piece, right? So this was massive compared to that. It had great detail in it. The colors were great. It was definitely overhyped because it came out with an edition size for the exclusive off top, and it sold out. And then, of course, it gets overhyped because People who got it want to champion it. People who didn't get it, maybe they're mad. They start hating on it. The Mary Jane Watson, where she has massive Norks and a tight t-shirt, I find laughably weird. I think that's the one that we saw before. This looks like the Mad X Hulk, but Red Hulk. So another one for that. A little surprised on the Doom on Throne shade, but the real power behind the OG Throne pieces is that it basically fit in a 13-inch cube. I also think the OG Venom is fire, and I also feel like that one is underscaled too, man. Another one for XM Magneto on Throne, or Prime 1 Hush Superman. Here goes again. It's comical how people think we should all agree on what a great statue is or a bad statue is. Our tastes different, and we all view things our own way. Let people enjoy what they like. If someone thinks Superman Hush is overblown, I can't help that they're wrong. Yeah, here's the thing. We're asking everybody what their opinions are. You know, a lot of people, that's their opinion. XM Storm again. Can you wait to comment until after I sell mine? Every statue that no one initially cared about that ended up with a low edition size due to perceived low demand, then due to low ES, suddenly becomes a grail. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying with like the Thanos on Throne. Was it overhyped because the edition size and the fact that it became sold out? Same with Superman by Prime 1. Sold out piece, and at the time it was like $1,000. So is it hyped because of the scarcity and the fact that people don't want to get up off it? I happen to think it's a great piece. I agree with the Doom on Throne. I agree with the OG Sideshow Hulk and with the Mad X Hulk to some certain extent. I don't collect customs anymore, but even when I did, it wasn't a piece that I was like, oh, I gotta get it. But, you know, no disrespect. If you like that, if that's your thing, I hope you enjoy it. And I want to thank everybody in the Statue Collectors group for participating in this. Maybe I'll make some more posts. Maybe we'll ask what the most underrated was, what's the best, what's the worst. I kind of wanted to ask what the best companies were doing customs as well. So give me a follow on here. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like the video, and stay tuned for more, man. Stay minty fresh. Peace.
This video is brought to you by Ninja Funk. Ninja Funk is already celebrating their 1-year anniversary, and they're having a huge event at the Ninja Exchange in Carlsbad, California. Not only will there be a live signing with co-creators JPG and Steve Shuett, but they're bringing out legendary artists Jim Lee and David Mack. But that's not all. We have special guest John Dolmayan, the creator of Essentia, founder of Torpedo Comics, and happened to play drums in a little band called System of a Down. If you're in the area, make sure to come swing by on November 18th and 19th for the celebration.